Welcome to Third Phase Special Report, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano, and I am very, very, very excited for this premiere tonight. This episode will include 3 incredible claims, 2 sightings, 1 report. And we're going to start out with the first report about Cheyenne Mountain. Is it Cheyenne Mountain? Is that what it is? Cheyenne Mountain, Colorado. Okay. What's beneath it? This interview that Blake did with this gentleman whose relative worked at Cheyenne. You like the dramatics right there? The long pauses? I'm trying. All right, I'm going to play this for you. Here we go. I'm just very excited. That's all. It's just a really good episode tonight. All right. I'm going to play this for you. Check this out. What's beneath Cheyenne Mountain in Colorado? Pretty amazing.
The secrets below the Cheyenne Mountain, known as NORAD, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, is charged with missions of aerospace warning. The warnings include detection and validation of warnings attack against North America, whether by aircraft, missiles, or space vehicles through mutual support arrangements with other commands. This is coming directly from the site of NORAD. They did state space vehicles is NORAD out there to defend against extraterrestrials invading Earth. Well, we have insight from a person that shared information from a person who works inside NORAD and the implications behind ET and unexplained objects that do enter our atmosphere. Listen up, everybody.
You have a relative that works for the Air Force?
And he worked at NORAD. He actually worked for NORAD. And
Wow.
But getting his radar hits where there have been things going at speeds that I know, we are not capable of going. He goes where I was working, and he wouldn't tell me exactly where, but I think his brother told me he monitors like incoming ballistic missiles and stuff coming over like Alaska. I think that's his area. But he said that some of these things were going like 6, 7, 8,000 miles an hour. But he did tell me, he goes, David, I'll tell you right now, he goes, there, even though I think he retired as a colonel, but when I was talking to him, he was a captain. He goes, there are things in our military that even I don't know about. He goes, there's parts of our military that even if you're in the military, you're not in the know. He goes, I'll just, and he goes, and I can't really, I won't say anymore. But, so, I mean, it's very interesting that it's such a hush-hush type thing, and I mean, he wasn't that he was scared or anything like that. He just was telling us, he goes, there's stuff, in our military that we, even us in the military do not know, about, he goes, it's not, this is what we have. So
Interesting.
It is interesting because and the fact that he is telling us that he was telling me, and he didn't personally do it, but that one night I guess a fellow coworker had told him about that they had to scramble some jets because I guess there's some places that just, I didn't even know this, it happens, but that there's places where commercial jets aren't even able to fly over, and he said that I didn't even know that happened. I figured once you're up in the air, you're up in the air. But apparently there are places that, that commercial jets are not allowed to fly over. And he said that they scrambled, some jets to steer off something. But they said that, he goes, from what he was told, they couldn't even get close to it. It was just, 1 minute they were a mile out. And I'm making up these numbers because I can't remember exactly what he said, but whenever they would try to get close to him, to whatever it was, it would go from 1 mile to 18 miles away, and it was like it was playing a game. But it was very interesting to listen to someone talk about that type of stuff.
Nice. And so did he threaten you guys afterwards? Like said, if you tell anybody this, I'm gonna have to.
No, because he just, he's a real cool guy, and I mean, he just, and he's younger than I am, so I check it. No, I'm just joking. He's a real good guy, and he just, he knows that, that we're into that type of stuff, and it's just, it isn't.
If the claims are true, which I think they are, I think this guy heard the story correctly and is telling it correctly, that they were trying to chase these objects, UFOs or whatever you want to call them nowadays, UAPs, off-world vehicles, meta-propulsion craft. They were going from 1 mile away to 18 miles away in a blink of an eye. He didn't say it, but he insinuated it. So, from 1 mile to 18 miles away, anytime they got close, that's a blink of an eye. That's what we heard about a Tic Tac can do. I'm not saying it's a Tic Tac, but I'm telling you, I really don't know. I am so on the fence about whether it's us or it's them or it's a mixture of both. It's like, I want to know, don't you? It's like, come on, man. Somebody tell me something I can use. Tell me, I want to be happy for one day. If somebody had a real UFO sighting, or you know what I'm saying. I just want disclosure. I'm tired of waiting. So anytime, even though this is a little bit old, a couple of years, the story has been repeated by other people who whistle blew over there. Who whistle blew what was happening over at Cheyenne Mountain. It's pretty amazing. Is whistle blew a word? Anyway, let's continue and finish this up. And then we got 2 sightings after this. Amazing sightings. Like, doesn't get any better. All right, here we go.
And if he is, he has never told us, but he did tell us that one time. The last time we talked to him, he did come out and tell me that,
nice.
He has himself tracked stuff that, he said he goes, I know, he goes, it fits the definition. That was the other thing he kept telling me. It fit the definition of a UFO, but he goes, I'm not telling you it was a UFO. I'm just telling you it wasn't nothing that we could, say, hey, that's
absolutely.
A stealth fighter flying across. He goes, because they were just going too fast. If that makes any sense.
It does. Absolutely makes a lot of sense. I recall in 1994, we're in the Redondo Beach area at the time. And I remember waking up to these booms that would actually shake our apartment quite heavily around 7 a.m. And it was unexplained. People didn't know what was going on, but what was weird, it happened every day on a Tuesday for about 4 weeks in a row? Every week for about a week or so in a row. So every Tuesday at 7 o'clock, boom, it shattered. And they I think NORAD tracked whatever this thing was, moving around 8,000 miles an hour in a direction towards Nevada. And it was unexplained. But to have it like a source, like your relative, to actually get the words straight from the source, saying that they can explain what's going on, quite amazing. I appreciate you sharing this insight story.
Pretty amazing. All right. I know you're ready for the UFO sightings, as am I. Cheyenne Mountain is amazing, that place. I wonder really what's going on into the earth over there. They built this underground city, basically, that watches everything come in from the, and all over the globe. If something comes in from outer space, they're going to see it. They're the first ones. That's why they don't want airplanes flying over it, right? No. That was just a diversion. Oh, by the way, whistle blew is not a word. I looked it up. Whistle blow, but not whistle blew. You could be a whistleblower, but not a whistle blew. Doesn't even sound right to say it. All right. This sighting comes from the video in the 3rd phase of Moon Archives. Something unseen is happening until now. 2018. This was from April 23rd, 2018. I'm just gonna, it's the first part of the video right after they start the show, and they do, like, this is just amazing. So I'm just gonna start it from the beginning. Ready, go.
I'm on the freeway, but what the is that in the sky? That's a f***ing triangle.
Third phase of moon, Blake Cousins, we got some breaking news for you, and it's big. Is this the massive TR3B being shot via the 405 south on the 110 freeway? Well, Joseph Sanchez managed to capture something quite incredible, and we're sharing this to you right now. Listen.
Come on. That is definitely a TR3B. Come on, guy. Come on, that is definitely a triangle craft of some sort. Absolutely. You could even tell, and you'll hear Blake say it, that you could see the blackness within the lights. Like that's an actual craft inside the lights. You know what I mean? The lights are on the edge of a craft. It's there. It's not just 3 balls of light. Pretty amazing. All right. Wow. It's one of the best ones I've ever seen.
All right, now he's in hot pursuit, trying to get better angles of this craft in the sky. It is quite incredible. Go ahead, listen to this.
There's a triangle just sitting in the sky. Right there. It is a f***ing full triangle. Not even joking. About to pull over.
You can see it's a craft. You can see easily.
There's a triangle in the sky.
That's crazy.
Right there. There's a triangle in the sky. What is that? Is that in the sky?
You know what makes me sad is that nobody else is out there recording it with them. Look at this. Everybody's just so aloof as to what's going on right above their heads. It's crazy. This has to be absolutely, unequivocally, the best triangle I've seen since. And I don't know of any other videos of a triangle this good. It's amazing to me. It doesn't really get any better than this. It's definitely not a blimp. I'm telling you, if that's a blimp, shame on me, you know. And it doesn't look like a balloon. It looks like a craft is there. You can see it. You can see the outline of it. And then there's this red flashing light that maybe if I could slow it a little bit, you know. Yeah, look at that. Let's go back a little bit. A little bit. All right. Come on. I have to put it right at the worst part. All right. That is pretty wicked. Let's go slower. Just because we can. We might as well. I mean, this is amazing. This should have been on the news. This should have been on all the CNN type shows, MSNBC, Fox News, whatever you call them. And look at this. Is this to the right of it an airplane coming over? Or is it another UFO? Huh. I didn't even recognize that, did you? It looks like it stopped right there. That thing stopped right there. That's another UFO. It stopped. Yes, it did. Check it out. We'll go in regular mode here. Let's just see. Maybe I'm being tricked. Let's watch. It's coming up. Come on, get rid of that thing. Where's the right? I want to see that ball of light to the right. It comes in and then it stops. I'm pretty sure. Watch, here it is. And it stops right above this little nudge in the tree, whatever that thing is, divot. Watch, it's coming, and then it's going to stop, right? Okay, so I was being fooled. So it looks like an airplane is flying right by it. It looks like it might be a little further away from, it's not, I don't know. Whatever this thing is, it's there. It is a triangle, and it's probably the best one ever in the history of ufology. I don't know of anyone better. Does anybody? Anybody in the comment section? Can you put it in the comment section? I can't speak. I'm just watching this thing, and you even see a red light. Okay, so let's say, all right, is it an airplane? No, because we only see the one light, right? We only see the one light. We don't see the green one. Pretty wild, right? One more time. I just love this thing. I don't, you know, it's not a reflection.
He will have made efforts to blend in. He will look like you, but he is not one of you. To those of you who may know of his current...
Unbelievable. I love it. Love it. Love it. Can't get enough.
To Kal-El, I say this. Surrender within 24 hours.
Interesting. I think right here, right above this light, I saw a flash. Let's see if it happens again. Maybe it's just a wobbling. It is, that light is brighter. So I'm imagining, because it's the angle of the craft, maybe. Yeah, maybe it's an illusion that it's a light flashing. It's just dancing around from the shaky camera. It's pretty amazing stuff. Let's get one more look. Just imagine driving down the road, seeing this. He's driving, and I think that object is stuck in one spot. So it looks like it's moving with him, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It seems to be further ahead, like it is moving the same speed as him or close to it. Maybe it's just moving along with the flow of traffic, you know, just to have something to guide its own speed. You know, they're sitting in the UFO and they go, let's just go the same speed as the speed limit. So they chose 55, 65, whatever it is, and they're following the speed limit. It's got to be that. This is awesome. Watch. Oh no, you got me, guys, gals. You got me. Pretty amazing. This one comes from the third phase of Moon Archives. Could these be real aliens captured in scary photos? And this one premiered September 14th, 2020. And we're going to give it to you in 3, 2, go.
Deception whatsoever. If these photographs are genuine, they are very interesting. It's the first time I've seen them, so we're looking to find out where did these come from. We want to get to the source of these, so I'm sure once we post this up, we're going to get a lot of information coming in, and that's why we do this. We want to find out what's going on around the world, and then kind of follow up from the people that gives us the information and pretty much squash the stories if they need to be squashed, and maybe follow up on the stories if we still haven't found out what it is. So we're getting a lot of information, asking you, the public, what's going on. And I want to ask you, do you see that image to the right? It looks like we have two beings, but the one to the right has that definitely small.
Yeah, Blake, look at that. He's got his mouth agape and his eyes kind of seem focused. Is this some sort of stunt? Could these just be mannequins and set up for a photo op? Still, they're kind of unique. I've never seen these kind of alien models on the market. These seem something that I've never seen before. Look at that one on the left there. Oh, wow, this is interesting. There's those two beings, I guess.
Yeah, this is basically captured from within his vehicle. So it seems to me this image, it's pretty blurry. You get to make out, I guess, his feet. It's very rare when you see aliens put in a position where you get to see the feet. Usually they're from the torso up. It's interesting that we're seeing the feet, but this is a much clearer photograph of the two beings. And I'm going to push it up a little closer so we could make out the detail. And it's pretty interesting. You can see the blur through the windshield. And
I got to stop it here. I'm lost. Then where's the aliens here? I don't understand. Here? This is the alien? I'm really confused on this one. I don't know what I'm looking at. I see an alien head, right? And then there's the eye, but that's not the alien, is it? Is this the alien? Guys, I need help. Is this an arm? Is this the alien? I'm lost.
then I'm going to push it up a little closer so we could make out the detail. And it's pretty interesting. You can see the blur through the windshield. And I believe whatever these beans are, they're actually out there. They're not like put in via Photoshop or anything. They seem to be actually in place.
Could that be somebody in a costume? Look at that.
Absolutely, I think so. But he does have more stories of his encounter where apparently...
Well, Brent asked Blake, could this be a guy in a costume? And he said, yeah. I mean, they brought it up. Okay? Not like they didn't bring it up. They brought it up. And I see a guy here wearing like here's something you may have never heard. For those of you who never read the old historic FBI abduction or interactions with alien documents, a lot of the people, even to this day, there are reports that aliens are wearing overalls or coveralls. Aliens with heads like this. That's what I see almost. I see, it looks like somewhat of an alien gray / reptilian wearing what may be coveralls. Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, doesn't it? And you see these dungaree type lower half pants. I don't know if this guy's cutting logs or melting metal. But that looks legit right there, man. I don't remember seeing these photos when they came out.
Apparently it's like, I don't know. We need to find out more. But here's outside of his vehicle. Appears to me that he states that these beings were trying to, open this lever or I don't know, get into his vehicle. And apparently there's like some footprints that
What?
are surrounding the area outside his vehicle. We're going to pull up those photographs.
Wait a
Here's
second.
one of them.
Wait a second. Wait a second. This is like, I guess this is where the big toe is. See it? Whoa. That is like really, this looks like a rock that may have rolled down from somewhere here. Get that out of there. Wow. I mean, it looks like that thing would have weighed a lot, you know? He didn't look like he was that heavy that he would literally scrape rock off there, like a layer of rocks. It's like a Nazca foot. That's what this is. It's Nazca foot. Anyway, I know I'm joking, but this is so weird. God, it's just real. It's amazing.
It could be easily made. Definitely could it be a hoax, what we're looking at here. But look at the features. They're definitely some strange
You
characteristics.
got 3
of a
toes.
foot
It
print.
looks like you got one
Yes.
long toe and then these 2 side
Two right
toes
here.
to support the feet. But again, anybody could go in there, etch it with their hands, and then easily create these footprint. But he sees. I guess that there's some investigation, and there's a series of footprints that seem to come and go from the area, and there's no other human footprints around it. So that's kind of interesting. This photograph from within the car,
Yes.
and looking out through the glass, that's kind of hard to do in Photoshop, I would imagine. So who knows? Are these authentic photographs? Did this transporter in Brazil have the most terrifying experience of his life? Because these images are kind of terrifying. What do you make of this, Brian? A big hoax? Is this real or is this fake?
Yeah, most descriptions of these alien beings have larger heads and very skinny bodies. These are almost proportionate to a human size. So could it be somebody in a costume? That's the question. But if it is real, we're looking at really good evidence right here.
Absolutely. Maybe aliens come in all shapes and sizes. You never know. Like you said, Brent, they did kind of match the regular form of a human body. We'll leave it up to you to decide, everybody. And I want to get your comments below.
That's just crazy, right? I don't know what to believe. I really don't. I mean, they talk about these things right here like it could be a costume, but then we see why is he, if you're out in that environment as a human with bare feet, you're asking for a very painful evening. That doesn't make sense that you would walk around like that with your feet like that if you're trying to fake it. Yes, maybe you dip into the whiskey or whatever your spirit of choice is, but nonetheless, to pull a hoax off? No, I don't know, man. Hey, let's just get one thing straight. You and I both know the aliens exist. Everybody knows there's UFOs. So why is it so hard to believe that this guy drove up and saw the aliens scurrying around? It could happen, and it did, probably did. I mean, I know it's weird seeing these footprints, and Brent and Blake said it. What if the guy hoaxed all this? I mean, that looks like a legitimate footprint, but what do I know? I mean, nobody casted it. I don't know. This stuff here is difficult for me to see what we're looking at, but nonetheless, interesting photos. We saw some great things tonight. Excuse me. This is why we do what we do. We don't know if this is fake. You know what I mean? It'd be a shame if it was. But we do this, we put the evidence out there, and maybe someday somebody will figure it out, or will admit that they knew it was a hoax, or knew of somebody who hoaxed it. So we got to put it up. We have to keep bringing it up, and there's still unsolved cases out there, just like these. Look, the first thing we talked about was Cheyenne Mountain, where they look at every single object that comes into our atmosphere the whole world over. Amazing. But there's UFO stories as well, them tracking them and seeing them going from 1 mile to 18 miles in a blink of an eye. That triangle we looked at, it's amazing to me. It's just amazing. It looked like it was real. I felt it was real, and I really don't know. But all you guys have to do is just keep an open mind, to keep a skeptical mind as well. Find a good balance, do your own research, and make your own call on it. We're no experts, nobody is, but we're trying our hardest, and we're putting all of our years of experience together, and we're trying to find the answers. But even we don't know everything. We're not everywhere at one time. It's hard to go to Brazil and check out their sightings. It's hard to go to Kazakhstan. What is it? Kazakhstan? We can't go all over the world. Things are happening every day, and we do the best we can with what we have. So with that being said, do your own research, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Third Phase Special Reports. That's right, we're changing the name to Third Phase Special Report. We have to do it. I don't know, it's an algorithm thing. The word UFO is bad now, believe it or not. So we can say it. We may even keep the logo up till we figure out a new one, but it is now Third Phase Special Report. Third Phase Special Report, we'll be back. Just keep checking. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out for ufology. I'm Rich Giordano from GUFON. Good night, everybody.